Breaking news from the WNBA. Tonight, the league has shaken fans and players alike with one of the most shocking expansion drafts in recent history. Big-name players have been left unprotected, unexpected decisions have rocked team rosters, and superstar reactions are going viral. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese were among those caught off guard, and their reactions tell a story of shock, strategy, and intense emotion. Stay tuned as we break down the chaos behind this year's draft, what it means for the league, and who could be the next big move in WNBA history. Every year, the WNBA expansion draft tests the strategies and nerves of teams across the country. This year, expectations were high. Analysts predicted a few trades, a couple of surprises, and maybe one or two stars left vulnerable, but what actually happened was nothing short of chaos. Several top-tier players were left unprotected, leaving their futures uncertain, and fans scrambling to react online. Social media exploded with memes, reactions, and predictions about which teams will strike first. Caitlin Clark, known for her incredible court vision and scoring, and Angel Reese, a powerhouse on the court, were at the center of this storm. Their stunned expressions captured the intensity of the moment and quickly went viral across Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Let's talk about the shock factor. For fans watching live, the initial announcement seemed routine. Teams revealed their protected players one by one. But then, the names began to drop. And suddenly, some of the league's brightest stars were not on that list. Caitlin Clark, who had just finished a historic season, looked visibly stunned. Eyes wide, jaw slightly dropped, hands raised in disbelief, a reaction that encapsulated the league-wide tension. Not far behind, Angel Reese shared an equally intense reaction, captured in a close-up that fans immediately screenshot and shared worldwide. Social media commentators described it as a moment frozen in shock and strategy, highlighting how even top players can be blindsided by the fast-paced decisions of expansion drafts. But why does this happen? Expansion drafts are a strategic chess game, and teams often take calculated risks. By leaving certain stars unprotected, a team can manipulate trades, encourage rival teams to overextend, or retain future leverage in negotiations. League insiders suggest that some of the unprotected players this year were intentionally left exposed, not as a sign of weakness, but as a bold strategic move. Analysts now call this the draft of calculated chaos, a move that could reshape the WNBA's balance of power for years to come. Let's take a closer look at Caitlin Clark. Known for her precise shooting and court awareness, her reaction went viral for more than just shock. It reflected a deep understanding of the stakes. Fans noticed how she processed the information. A quick glance at her team's management, a measured sigh, and a subtle but unmistakable determination in her eyes. This wasn't panic. This was focus. Even in the midst of chaos, Caitlin Clark seemed to be plotting her next move, reminding fans and rival teams alike why she is considered one of the league's most formidable players. Meanwhile, Angel Reese displayed a reaction of controlled shock. Unlike the animated response from Clark, Reese's expression conveyed a mix of surprise, contemplation, and readiness. Analysts argue that her reaction shows the emotional intelligence required to survive in professional sports. Recognizing the unexpected vulnerability, she immediately signaled her focus on adapting to whatever comes next. Fans online quickly dubbed her the Queen of Calm in the Storm, noting how her reaction contrasted yet complemented Caitlin Clark's more visibly expressive demeanor. As these reactions circulated online, fan engagement skyrocketed. Twitter hashtags WNBA Chaos, Caitlin Clark, and Angel Reese trended within hours, with thousands of fans sharing their own predictions, memes, and even fantasy league speculation. Live streams of draft reaction panels saw viewers exceeding normal numbers by nearly 40%, showing that this wasn't just a player-focused moment, it was a full-scale viral event. Memes comparing players' shocked expressions to iconic movie moments flooded Instagram and TikTok, further amplifying the draft's reach. Now, let's break down the most shocking, unprotected players from this draft. These athletes are not just stars, they are league-defining forces. Caitlin Clark, exceptional scorer, left unprotected, surprisingly. Angel Reese, dominant rebounder and defender, shockingly exposed. Each unprotected name creates ripples across the league. Teams now must strategize fast, fans debate intensely, and social media continues to amplify every reaction. Analysts predict that at least 3 of these players will be major trade targets in the coming weeks. WNBA experts note that expansion drafts are where risk meets opportunity. Leaving star players unprotected may seem reckless, but in reality, it can serve as a long-term advantage if managed properly. One league analyst stated, "The boldest moves often define the most successful teams in the future." Exposure is not always weakness. Sometimes it's power disguised as vulnerability. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese's reactions underscore this principle. The league's top athletes understand the stakes and the strategy, and their focus signals that they are ready for whatever comes next. This expansion draft will be remembered for years, not just for the big names unprotected, but for the reactions that captured the human side of professional sports. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese reminded us that even elite athletes experience surprise, tension, and strategy in equal measure. Stay tuned to this channel for all updates, trades, and reactions as the WNBA season unfolds. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for breaking news, player reactions, and full coverage of the league's most dramatic moments. Which unprotected player surprised you the most? Comment below. Your voice matters in this conversation shaping the future of the WNBA.